Alrighty folks, it's Anasos. Welcome back for another video. Today we're doing some more getting started on the Departed mod pack. In particular, we're going to talk about the Advent of Ascension. Let me turn on the UI, and those funny little boxes and icons and squares and things in the upper right hand corner. So I'm going to show you how to fill these out. Basically these are different skills and things that Advent of Ascension adds to your game. The first one, it looks like a little blaze powder on the top and a little snowflake or something on the bottom. That is called Vitality. It used to be called Temperature, and it used to be if it got too low you died well, you froze and then took damage and eventually died. Fortunately that has gone away and it's now called Vitality. There are a couple of different ways to increase your Vitality. First of all, during the day in a normal biome, I think, it should be pretty stable. It might go down just very, very slowly. It still kind of maintains temperature a little bit, so if you stand on a torch or right next to a heat lamp or right next to lava, you're going to find out that this is going to very slowly go increase for you. And at night, when it's cold outside, presumably, the vitality goes back down and you start losing. There we go. We got one little teeny tiny tick. This takes a long time, guys. There it goes. There's one more little tick. So it does get there, but it takes it quite a while. I wish I could point the mouse at it, but I can't here. Maybe I'll highlight it in editing or something. The other option, if you want to get your vitality up quickly or keep it up during the night, is some tea. In particular, the Advent of Ascension tea, not Pam's Harvestcraft tea or whatever else. And to make this, you're going to have to get a tea grinder and some tea leaves off of, I think the Sasquatches drop them, and a few other things. But anyway, if you drink the tea, I'll go away from the heat so we can just show that this doesn't matter. If I drink the tea, you're going to see, bam, right there. It doesn't always go to full. It didn't go to full. But it goes up quite a bit very quickly. The tea is hot and it warms you up. And remember, this used to be temperature. So that's one thing. And if you get that high enough, you see now that the little snowflake at the bottom is no longer white. It is now colored in, and what that tells you is you're getting passive critical hits. So you know in Minecraft, if you jump, or basically if you're falling down when you swing at a monster, you will get a critical hit. Well, this will also give you critical hits just passively a certain percentage of the time, and that percentage of the time goes up over as you increase another skill, which we'll get into later. Okay, just to the right of that vitality bar, what you're going to see is 4 tribute bars, and there's just a teeny tiny little blue line just starting there, and the rest are completely empty right now. What this is tribute to the 4 different gods that are part of Advent of Ascension. They are Selan, yeah. Selan, Luxon, Erebon, and Pluton. And there's different ways to basically get these different gods to recognize you. So for one, let's just get I don't think you need an open hand, but I always do with open hand. Selan is Selan? I'm not sure. He likes it, or she likes it, when you farm. So this takes quite a bit, and note that this needs to be done during the daytime, and I'll show you here in a minute what happens. But basically, if we farm a bunch, you're going to see some of these little blue things dropping. That will increase your anima skill, which, again, I'm trying to focus just on the top bars and not the skills at the moment. But there we go. We see very slowly the top green tribute bar is filling in. There it goes. And it seems to be, I don't know if it's random or if it kind of builds up over time or what, but yeah. So I just harvested all of this and I didn't quite get a full bar. If you get a full bar of this, you will get resistance for the next nighttime. So that could be pretty cool, right? A resistance buff, that is. Alright, next one on the list is Luxon, and there's a few different ways to increase this one. Let me just look at the mini-map. I have turned, or the big map I mean, I have turned animals back on for the moment because one of the ways to increase this is you can make this stone bowl out of cobblestone and gold ingots, And you can go find the glistening pixins, and you right click with the stone ball on them, and you'll get some infusion essences, I think it is, out of them. And that will help increase this. But there aren't any pixins around, and right now they're a little bit tough to find, I think. And there aren't any spawn eggs, so I couldn't spawn in a bunch to show you. Fortunately, there are some other ways to increase this one. So if you make yourself an ascension shrine, and that's going to take rosite and glass. That's pretty easy to make. You're going to find rosite in the overworld. The only problem is rosite's a little bit difficult to find. It's kind of cool. It's a little bit transparent. You can sort of see through it a little bit there. But basically, if you get that guy, and then as you're mining, eventually you're going to get these weak essences. You will notice as you mine stone, basically, I think it is. Yeah, stone. As you mine stone, you're going to get bonus drops for coal, and then gold nuggets, and then I think after that you start getting these weak essences. And basically, if we get a bunch of these and put them into the Ascension Shrine, then there we go. So our little blue bar is heading on up. And if you get this completely full, which we're going to do here, then you will get a Regeneration 2 buff overnight. So once the sun goes down and the bad monsters come out and all that, we'll get regeneration. Actually, at the moment I've got it on peaceful because things kept showing up while I was setting up for this and just annoying me and getting in my way. So I turned it over to peaceful. But anyway, so there you go. We can use the essences on the Ascension Shrine. We can use the stone bowls on the glistening pixons and all that kind of good stuff. And that makes that one go up. The third bar is Erebon, and he oh yeah, I'm not even in creative, am I? Let's jump into creative for a second because I want to go down here, and where is it? Whoops, must be the other side. Or the other side. Did this one a little bit ago. Alright, I just made a little hole here to get down. Oh, I didn't even notice this here. To get down here, let's go ahead and put it into hard mode, doesn't matter. And basically get a few spawners. So it turned out there was a Thalmcraft dungeon right behind me, so I figured that's probably, yeah, that's a little bitty zombie, isn't it? Oh, I figured we'd get a few zombies here in a second. But they're not behaving. Are you guys down here? No. There we go. Just filling in the side. Sorry, didn't quite get this completely properly done. Alright, now let's get back into survival mode. I don't know if you need to be in survival mode, but as I start killing guys, you should notice two things. One is that the blue bar goes down, and the second is we have some volunteers. There's a chicken. Ah, a chicken with a zombie. Here we go. Oh, come on, guys. Alright, let me get a spawn egg. This is taking too long. Let's get, no, not creepers. We don't want them. Zombies. And I'm going to want to go back into creative to get a whole bunch of these guys. Alright, I don't know, probably don't even need to be in. There we go. If I start killing these guys before they die. Okay, I don't even need to be in survival. So let's just get in here and start killing them. Now my red bar starts going up. And if we get this all the way to the top, kill a couple more guys here. Kill a couple of furious zombies. Alright, there we go. If you get that guy all the way to the top, and then the god, who is he again? Erebon? Enough of you guys. Erebon will grant you strength for the night. So I didn't get either of those fully to the top. Let me get some more of these essences, and we'll get the blue bar back up here. I'm going to go back to peaceful just so nobody bothers me while I'm showing things. And I threw a couple over here. Do I have enough? Let's go to Creative Plus, and probably not. Not even close. Okay, let's get more. And remember, these would you get these by mining. Once you get past week, then you can get charged. And we lost it, so it's nighttime now, and I didn't get my buff up, but that's okay. Oh, and this is a blood hunt. If you notice the text down there, the hunt for blood has begun, so this is actually a very bad night. Alright, so for testing purposes, let's set the time, set 23,000, which is right before dawn. Bam, the Ancient Unrest is over for now. You see all my tribute bars have reset to nothing. And now let me go ahead and get... See, it doesn't seem to work right away. I think it must need to be a little bit later than in the day. Let's go to noon and try it again. There it goes. I'm not exactly sure, but during the day you should be able to get these tributes up. And sometimes I see it's not really quite working. Not enough. There we go. Alright, so now that my bar is completely full of the blue, if we, let me just go to survival so we can see our buffs. And now if I set the time to dusk, it will, in a moment, tell us that nighttime has come. Go faster, son. We're waiting on you. Okay, I guess dusk isn't quite dusk. There's a minute before it really sets, apparently. It should be there any second now. There we go. Night falls on the world, and Luxon twinkles in approval, and you got regeneration too. So that's a pretty sweet buff, and that buff is going to last all night. It says 0 second or 1 second, whatever, but it'll stay on for the entire night until morning comes. So if we set the time back to just before morning, we'll see the Ancient Unrest is over for now, and so is your buff. So that's how that works, guys. All right, the last one that the last tribute we can work on here is, in fact, for Pluton, and he is the god that likes you to mine lots of things. It used to be that you got tribute for mining stone, I believe, which was kind of weird, or maybe I just didn't understand. But it has changed. You now get tribute for mining gold, diamonds, amethyst, rosite, jade, sapphire, but not limonite. So let's get it a little bit later here, because like I said, I think the sun has to be up a bit further. Let's add like 800. There we go. Now it looks like it's actually daytime instead of just dawn. So hopefully if we start mining here, we're going to see the fourth bar start filling in. There we go. Oh, that went pretty quick. So gold did really well. Diamonds. Yep, there goes diamonds. Amethyst. Okay, before it fills up, what I want to show is the limonite does not work. Iron does not work. Everything else except for these ones I'm showing you right now, at this point, does not work. So I just mined 10 limonite. Didn't get any tribute for that, but of course sapphire, jade, and rosite all do work. So these are the ores right now, at least, that will give you tribute for Pluton. And the bonus, if you fill that completely up and wait for, let's see what time dusk is, 12. Let's see if I can improve upon that. Set, I'm trying to think of what the right number would be, 12,900? Maybe? No, too late. Alright, let's just go back to 12,000 and let it go down. I'm not sure exactly what the exact number is when it crosses and goes to nighttime. But if you get this full up and nighttime comes, then you're going to get Haste 3, which is going to make you a complete maniac at mining ores. So might be good to do a bit of mining during the day, maybe save some ores that you find until the daytime shows up, and then go back and mine them during the day. There we go. Pluton is impressed with my contribution, Haste 3, and then at night you could go back and do your branch mining or mine out a big room or whatever, because watch this. Oh, look at that thing. The pickaxe is just going for broke here. And this also does work with other mods, pickaxes and hammers and stuff, so if you want to do Tinker's Construct or something, that's another option. By the way, I did mean to mention I just have a limonite pickaxe from Advent of Ascension here. Not the best pickaxe in the world, but I did put an efficiency and an unbreaking on it just to have it enchanted. So that's it for tribute. Wow, so much stuff, huh? So we did vitality, we did the 4 different tributes. Now there are 3 other squares up there. What are those about? Well, fortunately they're nowhere near as complex as the tribute stuff. So let me just show you those real quickly here. And basically the first one is the green 200, and that is your energy. Energy is used for various things, but in particular certain guns use energy. This uses 4 energy per shot and has an extremely fast speed. Now most of these things you can't craft. These are drops from different mobs. Sometimes on a full, that's not a full moon, but sometimes on a full moon night you'll get certain mobs that drop weapons. On blood hunts you'll get different mobs, and then of course as you go through the pack and go to different dimensions you're going to find different ones. At any rate, well, I don't really need a test subject, but basically just as we shoot this, it's going to use up some of that energy. And you'll notice that energy actually recharges pretty quickly, so you can't just spam fire forever, but it comes back pretty quickly. It's the fastest recharging of the 3, and it is by far the largest. And I think as you skill up in Augury, maybe? One of the other skills, these different ones will actually increase a bit. So you can get above the 210-10. Alright, the next one over, the purple one, is Creation. And Creation is for summoning minions. And this is a really nice early game one that you guys should know about. Here we see a penguin slab. It costs 6 creation and it requires level 1 creation. So you can do this guy right off the bat. Take a quick look at the different slabs. There are a whole bunch of them, and most of them require, level 15, level 70, level 80, whatever. But right off the bat you can do penguins and you can do draggies. Basically same thing, 5 creation versus 6, whatever. I like the penguins better, they're cute. And these basically just take snowballs and an empty slab, and an empty slab is just stone. So these are super easy to make. You can have these basically on day 1 if you have a snow biome around. So basically once you get these, you just right click in the air and boom, we got a little penguin guy that will help us fight stuff. So let's have a zombie. Oh right, can't do that because, well, I'm in peaceful. So as soon as that zombie got summoned, he pushed the right buttons. He got taken away. So let's just get a little zombie there, and bam! Our little penguin with 100 health is going to go kill that zombie for us. So I don't know of any way to heal these guys right now. And it says sitting false, but they don't really sit as far as I know. But they're pretty good, and you can summon a couple of those with your 10 creation. And look at that, we already got bad guys over there trying to come get us. We got some crazy on fire thing. What are you? Oh, there's a scrubby killing like a lotto man or something. Yeah. That's why I'm on peaceful for this video. Just there's so much stuff that shows up and tries to get in your face. This guy actually is a trader. I'll just have a chance to show him real quickly. He's one of the new traders. I hadn't seen this guy before. He's an assassin, and he'll trade those copper coins you get for killing monsters for different stuff. So some ranged weapons and some chakrams, and I don't know what all this stuff is. There's so much stuff in this mod and mod pack, and there's so much stuff still getting added that it's hard to keep up with it. At any rate, that's creation. So we've done vitality, tribute system, energy, creation, and now, finally, vitality is the blue square in the upper right hand corner with 10 points on it. Vitality allows you to create and use, sorry, did I say vitality? It's soul power. Did I really say vitality, little guy? Yeah? Okay. It's soul power, and soul power allows you to create and use tablets. So there are 2 that you can get started with. We can do a tablet of night vision and a tablet of invisibility. To make these, you're going to need moon dust and ghostly powder. As far as I know, you only get moon dust by killing mobs on a full moon, and I don't even know how to get to ghostly powder, so I haven't done this for real yet. But once you've got these, they're sort of, let me just have one because I want to see if they're consumable or not. They're sort of like a potion. It's going to give me invisibility for 2 minutes. And let's see, I'm in survival, so let's see what happens. Ooh, there we go. Okay, invisibility for 2 minutes. Okay, but it doesn't get used up. So once you've created it, it's like a potion that lasts, that isn't consumed. lasts for 2 minutes, and once you have the 5, in this case 5 soul power to use it, you can cast it again. So that's pretty cool. Now soul power is the slowest one to come back. That will come back, but it'll take quite a while. You can see that my creation is back to 9 out of 10, and the soul power, of course, is 5 out of 10 because I just cast this invisibility. Oh yeah, am I invisible? Yep, we're invisible for sure. I guess I just assumed that it happened, but you know, there we go. Totally invisible. Nobody here. Nobody's going to beat up on this penguin. Whoop. Whoop. Alright, whatever. Now I'm just messing around. The one thing I do want to say about the little summon guys is that that squawking and the other noise they make can get old pretty fast, and there's no way to tell them to stop. But they'll follow you around. If you get too far away, they'll teleport to you. I don't think they take fall damage. I haven't seen them take fall damage. But they're pretty good about following you around and helping you out and killing mobs and stuff. Alright, well, that's going to be it for right now. I think I may do one more of these, and that's going to be about all these skills and how they interact with the resources at the top that we went through in this video. There is a wiki. It's adventofascension.gamepedia.com, and this section that talks about all this is called the resource guide. These are the resources: energy, creation, soul power, in addition to vitality and tribute. So hope this helped out, and I will put a link to that wiki, this wiki page, in the description. So that's it. We're done, Pengy. Oh, I got one bonus tip. You notice how the Waila tooltip is dark black background? If you go hit 0 on your number pad and you go to Waila and you configure set aspect, if you put this alpha above 80, so if I make it 85 now, that will, alright, maybe it's got to be 100. I heard it was above 80. If you put it all the way up to 1, then the background goes away and you get that. What I like much better is that no background and just the text. If it's below 85 or 80 or whatever, then it puts that dark black background on it. Dark black background on there, so that it's more visible with lower sets of whatever that is, alpha. Yes. So if we go back down to 80 or whatever, or let's go much lower to show why this exists. If you make it much lower, then you want that black background to kind of make it stand out better. But I like it all the way up at 1. There's my bonus tip for this video. And can you shift or anything? No, just that. Alright, there we go. That's my bonus tip. Time to go, Mr. Penguin. Thank you for helping. Not really helping a whole lot. But anyway, that's it, folks. Hope you enjoyed. Hope this helped you get started on Departed and the Advent of Ascension. I'll catch you next time.